Great. That's really nice to hear about. So one thing I also want to ask about is with regards to the grad school application itself, right? So what do you think constitutes a very good and excellent graduate school application? What is the things that you have to put together to say you have a strong grad school application?
Oh, okay. Let me sit tight. So the idea is that you want to look at scholarship application as a job.
Okay.
So visualize it that when you want to apply for a job, you need to make sure that all the requirements are, they are in shape as regards, you being the applicant. So the reason why I'm saying this is that for you to make a successful graduate application, there are different components,
Okay.
which I would list in a short while. So that's why I said like that's a very good question. This is just, in fact, this is the essence of this, conversation. So the first thing that is important on the list of requirements for grad school application is the transcript, right? This shows your academic record, right? It shows a track record of skills that you have and the courses that you've taken and how you can use that to convince the grad admission committee that yes, I'm a good fit for this program. So that's the first thing. So the whole essence, and I'm saying this in the context of those who are probably still in the university like undergrads who have the room to build up on their their CGPA. This is the best time for you to, if you're thinking about going to grad school. So if you feel like you need to put in more effort so that you can up your CGPA, I think that would be the best thing to do at this point because it plays a key role in the grad application process. So that is just one of the components.
So
that you need.
CGPA is very important.
It's very important. Of course, I'll talk about the total package, and there are some ways to go around it, right? Not go around it in the sense that you want to encourage people not to go for high grades, right? But what you don't have, you can make it up with other components of your application. That's what I'm trying to talk about. So okay. I'll go into details of that in a short while. So the first thing is the transcript, which shows your academic record, right? Then next on the list is your statement of research or statement of purpose. So the way you want to look at the statement of purpose is that you're trying to write something that mirrors your background, your experience, and what you want to do in grad school, right? So you want to tell them that I have this set of skills. You want to let them know that, oh, I have this knowledge and I want to use this to, advance a particular area of research or a particular line of, education. Okay. So this is what you want to demonstrate with your statement of purpose. In fact, it is a way of you getting into the mind of the admission committee because this is what you want to write and this is what you're trying to tell them that this is what I can do and this is what I can offer and this is why you should give me this. So it's more like, think about it like you're writing a cover letter to a job position, which you expressly state what your skill sets are and what you can do and why they should give you this offer. So that's the second thing on the list. Then the third on the list is your CV or your resume. So in fact, that is like a summary of your personality, right? You want to put in everything. It goes from maybe your achievements, things that you've done, your record, your academic record, your leadership skills, and all of those things that goes into your CV. So, and it is important that I emphasize that in putting up a CV or a resume, you want to make sure that it is tailored towards that kind of application. There are CV strategies or CV formats for different countries and for different form of application. So you want to make sure that you follow all of these instructions to the letter. So that being said, the next on the list is it could, let me use the word standardized tests, right? So most institutions or most scholarship, they usually want people to demonstrate some measure of aptitude, right? So it could be a quantitative aptitude, or it could be verbal aptitude, or it could be something as light as test of English. So they want you to provide, it could be GRE, it could be GMAT, or it could be IELTS, and there are some other standardized tests that grad school or some grad program may require. Right. So the idea is that the way I view it is that it helps the admission committee make an informed decision about one's candidacy. Think about it. You're applying from maybe say Ghana. I'm applying from Nigeria. There's someone who is applying from Bangladesh. There's another person who is applying from Japan.
Okay.
So, and we want to apply to the same graduate program, right? We have different standard of education across these countries. So the idea is that if you take a standardized test, this is a global test, right? It brings everybody to a level playing platform. So what you can deduce from that is that you can scale everybody equally. So it's a way, it's a leveler, the way you think about it. So this is the reason why I personally encourage people who can take all of those standardized tests to do that. So it improves or it boosts your chances of getting into grad program or grad school, especially if it is a core requirement. There are some programs that are a little bit silent on those requirements. Some will tell you that if you have it, it's okay. If you don't have it, there's no problem. In fact, some would tell you that they can waive some of those tests. If you can just demonstrate that your language of instruction for your undergrad is English. Some schools will go as far as waiving it for you, that you don't need to demonstrate English proficiency anymore. So there are ways around some of these standardized tests, but I'm just trying to say that it's better to have it if you can do it. So it increases your chances. So that's like the fourth thing on the list. Then the fifth on the list of the components, which is what we were talking about, is the letter of recommendation.
Okay.
Right? This is a very, very important factor in the application process. Some people commonize it a lot, and it may harm your application more than other credentials.
Okay.
Right? Because you think about it, you are a first class graduate, right? And you have someone who is writing a recommendation for you, and it's just like, I know this person is knowledgeable, he's smart, he can do this, he can do that, that's it. But you have someone, probably a 2-2 student, or maybe a 2-1 student, or I'm just trying to make a case here or a scenario, and the recommender has gone to the to that length of detailing some of the successes or some of the things that this person has accomplished through the program, how this person has improved over the years, and how this person is suitable at the moment to embrace grad school. It can kind of erode the loopholes that applicant has in front of the scholarship board, and they'll feel like, if this person can speak highly of this candidate, it shows that this candidate can be given a chance, and that can change the trajectory. So people make this mistake of when it's time to get letter of recommendation, you just reach out to one of your past lecturers. Sir, or ma, can you provide this recommendation for me, without establishing a very, very strong relationship with them, right? Whosoever is making this recommendation for you should be able to dissect and make a comprehensive note about you, so that it's kind of visible to the admission committee or the scholarship body that this person should be, or this person is a good fit for the program. So having said that, so the recommendation letter is also an integral part of the application process. Next on the list is volunteering jobs, or things that you've done, experiences that you have, leadership roles that you've championed, community service, all of these things. In fact, some programs that is one of that is heavy in deciding whether people get the scholarship or not, because they want to demonstrate that this person will give back to the society after getting this degree. So they have like different metrics of assessing if this person will be a good ambassador of the program or not. So things like that can easily convince them that, yes, this person is a good fit. We've seen that this person has done a lot of, this person has received so much award, this person has been part of some maybe United Nations volunteering this thing, or even something like sustainable development goals, like a champion of that such causes. And this is a global initiative that is known by everybody. So if you have that in your as part of your application package, it's going to make you stand out.